I'm Brian Carlson with Meet Utah Business. I'm sitting down today with Jeremy Trail. He's with Neal Dastrup Insurance. Thanks for being here, Jeremy.
Glad to be here. Thank
now,
you.
You guys do insurance, and you do a lot of insurance.
Yeah, we do. Lots of different kinds of insurance.
So we're talking home, we're talking auto, what are we talking?
So home and auto we do the most of, and then we also do a lot of small commercial.
So in health insurance, we're talking that. We dipping our toe in there as well.
Absolutely.
What's funny is that I've heard the name before, and it's probably because I've seen you guys around in the community.
Yeah, absolutely. We just this past year we signed a multi-year contract to endorse UVU athletics. So, and we've been involved with Sierra Shell and some other projects like that.
So if you've been out to go see a movie, you've been out to go to a UVU game, you've been there along with us.
Yeah, at least this last year. Yep, and hopefully for several years to come. So
now, people are familiar with insurance. Everyone knows we have to have it for our house, we have to have it for our car, health, you name it. What do you guys do that's different than everybody else?
The unique thing is we're an independent agent. So meaning we can write with multiple different companies to find the best rates and more importantly, correct coverage. That's a real advantage to us over some of the other companies maybe you've heard of.
So you have a little more license to be able to adapt the insurance coverage to the person at hand.
Correct.
Well, give me an example. If I go in and see you, what would that kind of experience be like?
You'd come in and give us some simple information, stuff mostly that you have readily available. So if you're getting an auto or home quote, you know all about your home. You know everything you need to get a quote. Your auto insurance, you need your VIN numbers, driver's license numbers, and then we would sit down and plug in your information and look at multiple different carriers and find the best rates for the best coverage. So we can usually do it right there on the spot.
And how many people work over there with Neal Dastrup? Neal's obviously there.
Okay, so good question.
Jeremy's there.
Yeah, good question.
Who else is there?
So we actually have three main offices. So Neal Dastrup, he's had his office in Provo on the State Street since 1974.
So he's been here for a while, and that's why we're getting into UVU and
exactly.
and everything else. Okay,
Yeah.
so you've got Neal's office.
And then we have an office on Orem on 8th North. And then my office actually is in Pleasant Grove.
So you've really got a team of people who can help you get into the right insurance and help you feel good about it at the same time.
Absolutely.
When people come by to your office, and then of course you've taken care of them and set them up for whatever it is their needs are, what's generally the response that you hear from people once you've done business together?
You know, people enjoy doing business with us because we're more thorough than most agencies. We take more time to teach them about their coverages. We take time to help them analyze their risk and make sure we're looking at places potentially where they could be hurt or sued and those kind of things, and try to make sure those bases are covered and help them understand how that's covered, as well as doing that for typically the best possible price.
So you help people figure out the risk. What's an example?
Well, if you're looking at auto and home, a lot of times I'll actually go to a person's home and walk through the home with them, and we'll look. A lot of times things have been forgotten. Maybe they have a detached garage. Maybe they have a swim pool. Maybe they have an expensive shed in the back. Maybe they haven't contemplated all the items that would need to be scheduled to a policy. A piano, a wedding ring.
And some of those things could cause problems when you're trying to be able to make your policy in the future.
Yeah, exactly. They might have a business exposure that their previous agent has never even considered or even known about. Making sure that we've contemplated those risks and built a policy appropriately is an important part of what we do and what we do well.
It sounds like you're really thorough. Obviously, you're going to make a house call to people. You're going to help them take care of their needs. If people out there say, hey, I want them to come to my house, I want to go down to their office, get a policy with them, how do they find you?
We have a website, dastrupinsurance.com, which is a quick, easy way to find our locations and map those locations. Most our offices are right on State Street or 800 North, where they're very visible and they have, pretty easy access.
So it sounds like you guys are easy to find. Jeremy Trail here with Neal Dastrup Insurance. Thanks for being with me today.
Thanks, Brian.